Would you like to make a statement, and then we'll have questions for the student athletes?
Sure, yeah. Another great game with OSU. I thought it was back and forth. There were moments that we had a lot of momentum, especially in the second half of the game, moments that they had a lot of momentum in that second period there. And we made a push at the end with a beautiful goal on the 6-on-5 and sort of ran out of time there. But a really good hockey game, and you know, we keep learning. It's nice to know our season's not over. We keep learning, and we'll get ready for the next one.
Questions for the players?
Nino, what did you see on that 6-on-5 goal there that allowed you guys to finally, break through offensively?
I think I saw a bit of confusion on their defense up top, and I just saw the lane and took it because I knew we had girls at the net.
Was that tough? Was it tough to find that moment? Confusion. It seems like Ohio State tried to match you guys defensively, and they did pretty well today.
Yeah, it's always tough to find breakdowns like that, but when you do, you got to take advantage of them.
Taylor, what allowed you guys kind of the second there, and minus that 58 seconds? It seemed like after the first, you guys were able to weather a storm and then start getting the chances and such rolling.
Yeah, I think just stepping back and trying to increase our speed was a big thing, and that starts in the D zone, getting good breakouts. Coach kind of came in and said we got to step up our breakouts, wings got to be tough. So I think once we do that and we get out of the zone with full speed, you can see we start getting things going a lot more. And I think our third period there we really did that, and I think it came and started from the D zone too.
Did you sense Ohio State maybe stronger emphasis on defense this game compared to the previous games? Maybe not attacking you guys as much as they have in the past.
No, not necessarily. I think they play a well-rounded game. They got some unlucky goals, I would say, a little bit, the first one. But, yeah, they play a well-rounded game, and I think it was a good hockey game all around.
You had to feel like both their goals were not necessarily in the fluke category, but they were really unusual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You guys were playing them, despite the shot difference, you were playing them really even at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And just strange how that happened.
Yeah, seems like it happens a lot, but against Ohio, there's always some goals both ways like that. And, yeah, I thought we came back well after those, and were able to give a good push in the third. I think it gives us a lot of confidence, especially being down 2 goals and not being too worried about scoring 2. But Nina did a good job of, focusing on we need one to be able to get 2 of them, and I think that showed a lot. And I think gives us a lot of momentum and confidence going in further on in our season here.
Taylor, you got this build up to trying to win a WCHA title? What's the keynote to turning the page and going into the NCAA tournament?
I think just doing what we always do and using this game to learn from and to use it as momentum going in. Ohio State we might see them again, so just using that and watching the film on it and taking the time to use it to our advantage. And a good hockey game like this is always going to be good for everyone, and I'm happy to have a close game like this going into the postseason here.
How important is it to have the experience of sort of having lost here and then going and doing more and sort of turning it around in years past? And so, like, having lost this game doesn't feel like as heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we really wanted to win this one, of course, but it is nice to know that our season's not over and we can use it as a learning experience, and we still have a bigger trophy to go for, and that's our main focus right now.
I don't know. I got a couple friends on the other team. Gets me fired up. That's the only answer I have to it.
Any more questions for the players? Thanks, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck in the NCAAs.
Thank you.
You get to stay, though,
I
Maura.
stay, okay.
Lucky you.
Okay. Good job, guys.
Any questions for the coach?
Maura, how would you describe if you take away the 58 seconds there in the second, how would you describe the defensive effort of your team out there today? It looked like they were locked in.
Really good. Standard UMD defense there. I thought we played really well, and I thought special teams were a big point of emphasis. Killing off 2 power plays in the first. That was a challenge against the top power play in the country. Got that done. And continue to kill off the top power play. So that was huge for us in scoring 6-on-5 at the end. So those are special situations that we always want to be dialed in on at the end of the season. So happy with that. Happy with the way we played. You know, a couple mistakes, and that's the difference at this time of year. We talk about it all the time. Who is going to take advantage of the other team's mistakes? And they got 2 of them, and we got 1 at the end there. So that's kind of the story of the game. I thought it was really good. Like I said, they had some momentum at certain times. We had momentum at certain times, and I thought it was a good defensive effort from our group, as always.
Can you explain, like, the 58 seconds, what went down there? Was it just some bad bounces? I mean, you have the knock on the sticks of 2 of your top defenses.
Yeah, the first one was really unfortunate, right? Just probably bad decision to cut up the middle of the ice with a forechecker coming at you. So that was atypical, I would say, of that defender. And then that's where I think you got to dig in. That next shift or the one after, I don't think it was the exact next one, but a couple later, you know, you can't go down 2-0 against that team in that stretch. So weathering that storm and overcoming a little bit of adversity, you know, every good team does that well, and we needed to be better in that moment today.
Who threw the puck out in the second one? Because it wasn't a bad play. It just, she happened to be, they were lucky to have her in the right spot.
That's our other good defenseman, Flaherty.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It wasn't a bad play. It was like a punt, but she was out there high.
Yeah, we'd prefer that to be cleared to the walls.
Yeah. It looked like Byron Buxton up against the center.
Yeah, they have some big kids on the blue line, though, you know. So, yep, again, 2 atypical plays from top D in this league, and just happens. I mean, when you're under a lot of pressure, like OSU, you know, like Taylor was alluding to, we've seen some unlucky bounces against them. I don't think it's just pure luck. I think it's the way that they play and the pressure that they put people on.
You talked about your history with Ohio State in the past. What makes them a team that's so difficult to play against?
Like these guys said, they're really well-rounded. You know, they have kids that can score. They have a lot of speed on offense. They have Sophie Jakes, who I think is a program-changing player on the back end. Anytime she's on the ice, it's very difficult to get past her, to get pucks out of the D zone. She shoots all the time. So I think she's a special category player. But they have kids that can score, and I think they defend really well. You know, I know we talk about our defense a lot, but I wasn't surprised that their defense was so good. I think every game we played against them has been 1 goal. Either way, since last spring in the national champion. 6 straight. There you go. You got the stats. So I think that's what makes them good. They have a very well-rounded group with, I think, a Jakes who's next level. Yeah, I think that happens a lot too. Like Bink scored their goal. You know, it happens in big games where top 2 lines maybe X themselves out, so they're really good and it's tough and there's not a lot of space. And then it's those next role players that emerge in these big games. And I think it's hugely important for them to get that experience and gain that confidence in these games, because those players are your future too. So, and you need them in the NCAA tournament. You need those guys. So it's good to see.
Maura, what's the plan now? Do you head home from here and you practice tomorrow before finding out where you're headed?
No, we'll head home and then we'll take tomorrow off. We'll get together for the show at 11 and then back to normal schedule on Monday, and depending on where we're going, figure out the rest of the week.
You got a preferred destination?
No. Happy to be playing. We'll go anywhere.
Does Shelby have a preferred destination?
She probably does, but I haven't asked.
Weird to have to potentially go travel somewhere and win 2 games just to get back to your own building?
It's, I think, a good situation to be in, right? If we are successful and we're traveling, we get to come home. So nice to end at home if we get to that point.
Any more for Maura? Thanks, Coach. Good